All verse rise of my soul family. Peace to the God stars and goddesses. Soul family. I find it very funny that as soon as Megan the Stallion, Megan the Stallion, she made a song with a Japanese music artist named Yuki Chiba, right? And then all of a sudden, a lot of these melanated people that are Africans and Caribbeans in the country of USA that used to say like Asian music is lame. Why would a melanated person listens to music like that? They soon ride the wave of liking Asian music just because Megan Thee Stallion is doing a Asian genre song with Yuki Chiba, right? I'm gonna tell you this, cause I know from example from my own story. Because like when I was growing up, right, I had a very diverse playlist of music genres. I would listen to African music, Caribbean music, which is the melanated people's culture. I would go listen to Asian music, any type of music you could think of, right? So like me, the places that I grew up at, a lot of melanated people, they only listen to, music that's like, far as like mainstream within the countries of USA, UK, and Canada, right? Which is like the hip hop of those regions. And a lot of melanated people in those Western countries, they would look at me crazy for listening to Asian music like Inflow. Inflow is a musician group in the Asian continents, right? And Asian musicians like Ryohei Yamamoto, Shingo too, who was a musician that did so many songs with Nujabes, right? And then you got musician groups named Homemade Kozoku. Homemade Kozoku. Kazoku, right? So like me, I was on the wave with Asian music like way back in 2008, right? You know, but a lot of these melanated people that thought that Asian music was lame, the melanated people in the Western countries that thought that a melanated person listening to Asian music was lame, are now turning around saying like, oh, Asian music goes hard now just because, Megan Thee Stallion is doing songs with Asian music artists. You know, there's a lot of fire Asian musicians. You got Ken the 390. If you don't know who Ken the 390 is, go look him up on YouTube. He got fire lyricism, fire delivery, fire punchlines, fire storytelling. He got it all. Performance, everything. Ken the 390 is fire. Verbal from the music group called Inflow. He is fire. Along with the other musicians in Inflow, they are fire. Lisa used to be with Inflow during the late 1990s and early 2000s. Go check Inflow out if you have not. You see, I've been with the Asian music genres ever since 2008, 2009, when I introduced myself to it on YouTube, right? But and it was at the time when a lot of these melanated people were just like hating these melanated people that were like closed minded. They was hating on Asian music back then because they didn't see a lot of Africans and Caribbeans doing Asian music back in those times. But then all of a sudden, Megan Thee Stallion does a song with an Asian music artist. Now all of these melanated people that hated on Asian music, now they're enjoying Asian music. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't like people that be bandwagon. Like, it's very different to try something new and you never hated on it, but it's one thing to hate on something just because it's not popular, and then once it becomes popular, then you start to like it. Because a lot of these melanated people in the Western countries, like USA, for example, I could tell you, those ignorant melanated people, they used to make fun of melanated people who had a diverse music taste when it comes to music genres, right? Like, I could tell you this, a lot of the ignorant melanated people in the Western countries like USA, UK, and Canada, they would make fun of me for listening to Asian genre music. And guess what? These the same melanated people who like look down on me for having a diverse music taste. listening to Asian music back in 2008 and 2009, during the Samurai Champloo eras with Nujabes, M-Flow, Shingo 2, Ken the 390, Ryohei Yamamoto, the list goes on. Utada Hikaru, and these the same melanated people that want to now say, oh, they rock with Asian music now just because Megan Thee Stallion decides to do songs with Asian music artists. Like, come on, man. What are these melanated people who bandwagon to like Asian music when they was hating on Asian music back then? What did they know about Utada Hikaru? Her music is fire. What did they know about Crystal K, who did songs with Inflow? What did they know about Ryohei Yamamoto? Summertime Love by Inflow. Ryohei Yamamoto, yo. Come on, man. Inflow. They got songs called Miss You. Inflow. They got songs called Been So Long. They got the remix with DJ Hasabi called Been So Long with Inflow featuring Lisa. A lot of these melanated people that are bandwagon with the Asian music just because Megan Thee Stallion was doing it now with an Asian music artist like Yuki Chiba. These melanated people that was hated on Asian music back then, they didn't know nothing about this shit about about the classic Asian music back then that they was missing out on, man. It's so funny to me, man. So the moral of the story is you got a lot of bandwagoners out there, man. I don't like the bandwagon people who hate on something just because it's not popular. And then once it becomes popular just because a famous musician of a certain ethnicity, tries that music genre now those type of people wants to start liking that music genre now. The same way a lot of these melanated people in the Western countries that hated on Asian music start to like it now. I don't respect those type of bandwagoners, man. I don't respect those type of people, man, because, they follow trends, man. I respect the people that try something new because, it resonates with their personality and all that, and they never hate on it from the first time they tried it. I can respect those, man, but this is all I gotta say.